Hi Killjoys, my name is Helena and I am your director slash dictator of the My Chemical Romance fan documentary. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and you just came across this video, this is a documentary that shows My Chem fans as they are and not as the media portrays them to be, which is generally a bunch of wrist-slitting, swishy-haired crybabies, and that's not what we are. I'm going to be reading off of the script that I posted on the Killjoy blog, which there will be a link in the description as well as a link to the Facebook page. This is just to show you the kind of flow that we're looking for and the spaces that you need to put in between every question so that we can edit it. Well, I can edit it because I'm going to be the one who's editing it. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing on the script, it says, "My name is blank and I am a My Chemical Romance fan." So here you want to start the recording, give a 5-second pause for editing, and then you say, "Hi, my name is Helena and I'm a My Chemical Romance fan." 5 seconds. Then you're going to say it again, and you say, "Hi, my name is Helena Hinkle and I'm a My Chemical Romance fan. I have purple and pink hair and my lip is pierced and most people see me as a deviant. But I'm not. I hold fundraisers for the soldiers overseas, I send care packages, I feed the homeless, I have 2 bachelor's degrees, and I run my own business. So I am definitely an asset to our society." So you just give a little info on yourself to let the people know that you are everything that is anti what they say. So you are not a crybaby and all that. The next thing on the list is I became a fan in blank year. So here's where you talk about how you came across My Chemical Romance, what excited you about the band, things like that. So for me, I became a fan in 2002 when my ex-boyfriend got his hands on the attic demo of What Is Bullets. And the moment that I heard them, it was just like I had come across friends I hadn't seen in years, even though I had no idea who they were. And I can't say anything as amazing as they saved my life or they made life easier for me, but it was nice to know that there were people out there like myself who had a very dark, askewed view on the world and loved comic books and played D&D, because I've been playing D&D since I've been 7. So that's what excited me about the band. And then, when the actual Bullet CD came out, I flipped my shit. Literally, I was just like, oh my god, I haven't heard anything this amazing in forever. And being, an editor of a music magazine and having demos shoved, sorry, there's a garbage truck, in my face all the time, it was really nice to have that breath of fresh air. And so, the rest is history. I mean, I've gone to every concert that's come through the Tampa Bay area, and we've had the luxury of interviewing Frank twice now. The 3rd time is coming up soon. So, I mean, it's been really great, and yeah, My Chemical Romance is awesome. You don't have to be that long-winded. I just ramble, so that's what you would do with that. The next thing on the list is stereotypes, and these are the stereotypes that you've encountered being a fan and how, they've affected you. So unfortunately, I really haven't come across any stereotypes as a fan because, for me directly, no one's ever said anything to my face. And I'm sure that people talk shit behind my back. Everyone does. But I'm not too worried about it. I have seen, in case of point, my friend Frankie. She goes to the show with the X's over her eyes, and she looks absolutely beautiful. But of course, you have the fans that don't believe in dressing up like the band, or the fans who have been around since the beginning who think they're better than everyone, and they like to gossip and point fingers and make fun, and that's bogus. I mean, we're at a My Chem show for a reason, and the reason is that we're all a little bit different. So why would you make fun of someone who's different like you, but maybe in a different way? It makes no sense to me. We're going to talk about are the fan experiences. This is where you talk about how fans have embraced you, the jerky people that you've met, camping out, anything that you can come up with that just gives a little bit more, or shows a little bit more about, who we are as a fan. not all of my fan experiences have been bad. I would say for every one bad fan, I've met 10 good ones. So, disregarding what I had said previous about all the jerky fans, I've met some really cool ones. There was this girl in 2005 at the Next Big Thing show here in Tampa that I had met, and she was so amazing. After an hour of knowing me, she felt comfortable enough with me just knowing that I was a My Kim fan to let me in on something very personal in her life. Earlier that year, she had tried to kill herself, and her parents had immediately jumped to the conclusion that it must be that weird band that dances around the coffin. And the truth was that a family member had molested her when she was younger. I'm not going to say her name just in case she sends in a video or watches this, but, she told me about how she had attended a My Chemical Romance show earlier that year, and she had found people that were similar that had been, going through the, oh, it must be this band, this is why you're acting this way, you're dressing this way, and she found a real connection, and she could open up and feel better about herself and not feel like it was all her fault, and that, My Chemical Romance, via fans and their music, I'm sure, had helped her through this. And I was so honored to know that I was one of the few people that she had told about this. And, the fact that she had gone through something like that, she had tried to take her life, and she had made it through to the other side and had become stronger, and, had told other people, not many, I'm sure, but other fans that, hey, it's gonna be okay, I've been through it, and I'm here standing, I'm about to go see my favorite band and show. It was just amazing. And so that's just one of the fan experiences that stand out in my eyes. I've never camped out for My Kim. I've gone there super early. I've never camped out. It's only because I'm 26 and I feel like a mom. When I'm out there, I feel like kind of like a creeper. But when I was younger, I used to camp out for Hanson all the time. So it's something that you do. It's okay. So here's another 5-second pause, which I'm not waiting 5 seconds. How you see the band. This is something, that everyone goes through. They see everyone differently. Do you model your life after them? Do you, learn from their lessons? This is where you talk about how you view the band as opposed to how the world views the band, with the world being the media. For me, I see them as a bunch of dudes. I've been in the music industry for a while now, and the starstruckness that I had felt when I was younger and in the business has definitely faded. I'm not going to say that I don't think they're cool, because I think they're really cool in their own way, not the social high school cool. But I just see them as a bunch of guys that are not so much about the message anymore. I think that in the beginning they wanted to be the band with the message. I think now that they're more focused on just, doing their own thing, being a bunch of grown-ups with kids, and, knowing now that they have children, they need to do the best that they can and show the best example that they can, so that, the other children of the world can look up to them and say, hey, this guy used to be, addicted to everything, and this kid used to get shoved into lockers, and look at them now. They're one of the biggest selling rock bands in the world, and I could do that. High school isn't the end of everything, it's just the beginning. And trust me, though shit gets bad, it's gonna get better. I didn't get bullied in high school. I did a lot of the bullying, but in my case, I bullied the bullies. If I saw someone picking on someone that couldn't defend themselves, or because they had glasses or a learning, disability or something like that, I kicked their ass. And I'm not suggesting that you guys do that, because it's definitely a different time in the world now, but it worked for me, and I kind of wish I would have gone about things a little differently and didn't get kicked out of school a couple times. But, I think that there are 5 people that you can really look up to, including Mike, the new drummer. Even though I don't know much about you, you seem like a pretty solid guy. So, yeah, that's how I see them. Another 5-second pause. And the last thing is, what have you taken away from experiencing the band, and how does that better the world? Well, for me, I don't really take anything away from the band. I mean, I definitely give them props for what they've done in the world. I mean, the Sing It for Japan thing was amazing. So, I mean, that's something you can take away. But for me, it's more about the fans. It always has been about the fans. If by making this documentary, I help one person know that it's going to be okay, and that, you know, high school or your college years or whatever, however old you happen to be, is not anything. It's just a speck in your very long, long life. That'll make me feel better. And I think that's kind of what the MyChem guys are going for too. You know, they can just make you smile for 5 minutes, or make you dance in your car while traffic's looking on like you're some sort of lunatic. I think that just that brief moment of happiness is just what every MyChem fan should take and spread. I mean, give it back to the world. Donate your old clothes. My Killjoys D&D group, we do a can drive for the less fortunates, which, you know, happen to be the homeless people of our society. We also do, you know, anything. I mean, you can do anything that you want. Just do something. Don't sit there. When you're done, you know, with your homework or your work day, and you feel like restless and you're just like, I need to do something, channel that and do something. I mean, come on, guys. It's up to us. If we all just sat on our asses and watched CSI and Law and Order and Nickelodeon or whatever, nothing would ever get done. So it's up to us, and I think that's what everybody should take away from the MyChem thing. The happiness and the up to us, and just mix it together and make something amazing. Okay? And that is the end of this video. That's long, and I'm sorry I rambled a lot, but it's just to give you an idea of things. There's nothing that you really need to say or touch on. It's just whatever you feel that you need to say to broadcast to the world.